Hello, welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 2nd of March. It's going to be an incredible week, so please do stay with me to the end. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you're new to my channel, could I just ask you to subscribe and also press on the bell notification symbol. This week begins with a quarter moon. Actually in the sky it looks like a half moon, and this one's in Gemini. Gemini, a bright and bubbly third sign of the Zodiac, very much to do with communications. But the moon in Gemini doesn't necessarily guarantee that we'll be in touch with how we feel. It's more that we can just say things. Things can just come out, perhaps even from a subconscious point. And it's square with the Sun in Pisces, suggests there could be some gossip doing the rounds. Or if someone tells you something that you're not expecting, do try to understand what their motives may be. But on Wednesday, Mercury, the planet of communication, which of course governs Gemini, ends its retrograde in the sign of Pisces and inverts into the sign of Aquarius. So it's still retrograde, still going backwards, but it's moved into Aquarius. Actually, this can be a good thing because Mercury likes being in Aquarius. It's exalted here, and it's more logical than the dreaminess, the wateriness that dilutes Mercury's accuracy when it's in the sign of Pisces. But it is still going backwards. A friend could be in touch, or a long-term plan that has stalled may come back into focus. But on Thursday, Venus, the planet of love, moves into one of its two home zones, the sign of Taurus. But it's going to be linking to Uranus, the planet of surprises. So when it comes to love, if you're single, it is possible that something can develop over the next few days in quite a lively and unexpected way. In an existing relationship, if things have become a little bit too predictable and a bit worn around the edges, a bit like that comfy pair of slippers, it's time to think of ways in which you can regenerate that initial spark you had. And that may mean both of you breaking away from your own personal routines and spending more time together. But if you can be spontaneous, then do be so, whatever your romantic status. Now, all through this week, the Sun continues to forge in Pisces a wonderful angle to Mars. And Mars is about passion, and it's exalted in Capricorn. So this gives us a lot of motivation, potentially. But then, from Thursday through to the end of the week, the Sun aligns with Neptune. This is one of those aspects where if we really want to be very compassionate and caring about other people, this is a fine time to be so. We can just have a natural compassion for others. But equally, Neptune can just take the edge off the Sun's drive, even though Mars has been supportive. By the end of this week, the conjunction with Neptune could make us feel a bit confused, a bit disorientated, lose a little bit of traction. But if we're anticipating it, which you will be by listening to this video, you'll know it's a fine time to do something that's altruistic, that can help someone else. But just be aware that perhaps the inner drive that has been more apparent of late can just die down a little bit. So if you're lucky enough to be able to plan your routine or your day to do something a little bit easier, a little bit less stressful, then that's a smart move. But if you're planning to do something quite vigorous towards the end of this week, just be aware that you may not quite have so much wherewithal as before. Your specific forecast, Leo, suggests that the new moon has been emphasizing the things where you're most invested. Now, this can be a deep relationship. It can be something that you feel very strongly about. It can be, in a more material way, your shared finances. And with the Sun aligning with Neptune in this part of your situation this week, your imagination can absolutely be brilliant. So if you do want to think up new ways in which you can reimagine your approach to exactly this area, then this can be helpful. But Neptune can also distort. So if you are thinking about any kind of contractual situation or business or loans that have any kind of liabilities, it is going to be really important to drill down to the detail. Now, with Mercury still winding backwards and initially this week in the sign of Pisces, so where this Sun-Neptune conjunction is happening, then clearly it's vitally important that if you are considering anything, especially of a binding, legally binding nature, that you're absolutely crystal clear on what your obligations and responsibilities are, as well as the positive benefits of anything you enter into. So with Mercury inverting on Wednesday into the sign of Aquarius, it's possible you will have to think about the relationship dynamics, even your own relationship with yourself, about your own financial attitudes, or how you feel about the transitions in your world, the things that are changing. Are there some parts of your world you do need to let go of to bring in new energy? That could be a question that you're asking. And with Venus climbing right to the top of your horoscope into the sign of Taurus, which it governs, and combining with Uranus, you may be surprised by an opportunity that does come from seemingly nowhere to improve your situation. So if you're looking for a job or you're trying to improve your professional prospects, then this can be a very helpful influence, but it's probably linked to someone you know somehow. So a personal relationship can be good for you in a worldly context. Now, equally, if you're in a committed relationship and you and your partner are juggling time in order to maximize your income, perhaps a new, more flexible approach between you both may actually work wonders. But there is a quarter moon this week, and it's just kind of saying to you, because it's in the sign of Gemini, which for you is all about friendship, that around the group situation, there could be a little bit of jealousy or possessiveness swirling around. Someone may not be quite as straight dealing as you would like, so do keep your guard up a little bit in this regard. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace personal astrology and understand what makes you tick beyond just where your sun's located, please see the link beneath this video where you can order your personal character analysis and also your 12-month forecast, and also achieve a 30% discount, or you can choose to have a one-to-one personal consultation with me. But for now, good luck and goodbye.